We are glad you're part of this program, The Power Circuit, an informative program brought to you by the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN. Here are the headlines. Nigeria and Chad to partner on power interconnection. Acting Managing Director and CEO of TCN, Engineer Abdulaziz, tasked newly inaugurated Market Rules Working Group on Innovation. TCN engineers installed new feeder circuit breakers, repositions 30 MVA power transformer at Suleja substation in Niger State. TCN delivers key enhancement projects at Okene transmission substation in Kogi State. I am Amara Agogoesi, and this is The Power Circuit. The Minister of Power, Engineer Abubakar D. Aliyu, has reiterated his commitment towards the realization of electricity line interconnection with the Republic of Chad. The minister spoke in his office when he received the Chadian ambassador, His Excellency Abakar Saleh Chahami, during a courtesy visit.
Aliyu said Nigeria is committed to regional integration and willing to resuscitate engagement between Nigeria and Chad, stating that directors of the Ministry of Power, with institutional memory of the engagements, will kickstart the interaction. The Minister of Power further said Nigeria is geographically closer to Chad, shares culture and even intermarry than some other African countries, and as such should partner for mutual benefits of both nations. He further stressed the need for collaboration between countries, particularly Africans, stating that no nation can survive alone. Speaking earlier, the Chadian ambassador to Nigeria, Abakar Saleh Chahami, congratulated the Minister of Power on his appointments. He also stated the previous engagements and interaction on power interconnection between the Chadian government and Nigeria, which he said has not reached the signing of a memorandum of understanding. Chahami requested that the proposed partnership on interconnection be reopened, stating that both countries stand the chance to benefit in the partnership. Speaking on the recent power interconnection between Chad and Cameroon financed by the World Bank, the Chadian ambassador said he expects same from Nigeria, bearing in mind Africa integration for development.
The Acting Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, Engineer Dr. Sule Ahmed Abdulaziz, has tasked the newly inaugurated Nigerian Electricity Market Rules Working Group on innovative ideas that will improve the market. Engineer Abdulaziz gave the charge during the maiden meeting of the Rules Working Group at the TCN headquarters in Abuja.
He said the committee is vested with the amendments of the Nigerian electricity market rules and tasked them on innovations.
You are the people in charge of making amendments to market rules. You will look at what other people or other markets, well-developed markets are doing. Then you look at what is attainable to our environment. Then you ask also opinion from other market participants. Then from there, you came out with what is feasible in this our country. Now, before you do that, you are not here by accident. You are chosen, selected. Why are you selected? Because the people who selected you feel that you are competent and you can do the job very well. That's why you are here. Therefore, this task you are given is not a small task. It is a big task and it needs commitment.
The TCN henchman said the power sector acknowledges their sacrifice as members of the working group all have their primary assignments as the various agencies.
You are all having your own primary assignment, but you have to join this with your primary assignment and make sure that you achieve something very good for this country. As we already said, the only thing constant in life is change. So these rules will continue to change. We may try something, it will not work. So it is a continuous assignment. So I wish you will commit yourself to this and you will come out with something very good to Nigerian electricity market. Thank you very much.
In his remarks, Engineer Edmond AJ, the market operator who heads the Nigerian electricity markets and domiciled with TCN, lauded the acting managing director and CEO of TCN for grazing rules and working group meeting.
Thank you for the impromptu invitation we have given to you, and you have lived up to expectation of at least coming here to welcome our visitors, and then also to encourage the new members of the Rules Working Group. You have said it all, emphasizing the need for the Rules Working Group and their roles, as well as why they have all been chosen. They have been chosen because their respective market participants deem it fit that they are very knowledgeable to represent them and represent the entire market, because whatever contributions they are going to make towards the review of the rule is very, very vital, and is going to affect every participant in the market. We so much appreciate you, MD. Thank you so much.
Engineer J further explained the role of the participants toward advancing the electricity market rule.
The role of the Rules Working Group is to pull or gather information from market participants with respect to the various areas in the market rules they want reviewed. Reviewing the market rules calls for the very experienced practitioners in the market, and not just observers and non-committed staff. And that's why MD said here, you have been chosen because your organizations have deemed it fit that you are experienced enough and you can contribute towards the development of the market.
The meeting then dissolved the previous Rules Working Group as the newly inaugurated working group takes charge. Ali Bukar Ahmed of TCN had chaired the previous working group.
I hereby move the motion for the dissolution of the Rules Working Group. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Secretary, take note. The previous working group stands dissolved. And for us to continue, a new chairman has to be elected immediately.
Based on nominations at the meeting, Engineer Ali Bukar Ahmed of TCN was again elected as the chairman of the newly inaugurated Market Rules Working Group.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody, and thank you for the confidence reposed on me. I intended within myself, even if I was not nominated by the management, even if I was not nominated by the authorities responsible into the Rules Working Group, I intended to serve the Rules Working Group as a volunteer, to share my experiences with, because I participated, I think, in the second regime of the Rules Working Group, and we have actually set the foundation for what is going to happen in the future.
At the conclusion of the session, he briefed the press on the outcome of the inaugural meeting.
It's actually to constantly be looking at the provisions in the market rules and in the market procedure, and pinpoint gray areas where they are obsolete, where there is need for amendments, and then where we need to introduce new regulation into it. My plan is to be able to look at 50% of the provisions of the market rules in just 3 months, because we have to be fast. The dynamics of the market is really amazing. It's changing fast, and we need to do it fast. You can't be changing regulation every day. So when we have a profound change in the market, it needs to be reflected in the market rules before another profound change happens. So 3 months, we are going to review 50% of the market rules.
Okay, let's take a break. More reports shortly.
Verify that land before you buy it. To drastically reduce the incidence of building under the transmission right-of-way or encroaching on designated TCN land, members of the public are hereby requested to Verify land near or along transmission line route before purchasing it. Verification should be made in the Land Development Authority or at the TCN office. This would help in drastically reducing the incidence of building under transmission line right-of-way and save us all the problem of pulling down the structure or truncating transmission line expansion projects in your community due to court injunction. Help us serve you better. Verify that land before you buy it.
The Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, has installed a brand new feeder, circuit breakers, and repositioned a 30 MVA power transformer at the 132 33 kilovolt Suleja transmission substation in Niger State to improve bulk power delivery efficiency. Here is more on this.
The installation works, which were carried out by the in-house maintenance engineers of TCN, had a replacement of the circuit breakers as the team worked to uninstall the previous circuit breakers. After that, the engineering team of TCN then began lifting the new circuit breakers for installation. Commenting on the engineering activity at the Suleja Power Transmission Substation, the Assistant General Manager Transmission at the Gogolada Sub-Region of TCN, Engineer A.D. Ismail, took the power circuit team through the capacity of the power substation.
The capacity of this station, we have about 5 transformers here. We have 7.5, we have, that is T1, and T2 we have 45 MVA. And then T3 we have 30 MVA, T4 we have 60 MVA, and then T5 we have 60 MVA. So in essence, we even have T4 that is free. So we have enough capacity for radiating more feeders.
He said the substation has 11 feeders that are variable enough to deliver bulk power to consumers in Suleja and environs in Nasarawa states.
Presently we have 11 feeders. We have at the T1 here, we have 6 feeders. That is, even though they are 11 kV feeders, they are directly under AEDC, that is a distribution company with us. And then T22 is 45 MVA, which is feeder still company here. It's only one feeder. And then we have T3, which is also is only one feeder that is filling Jiwa feeder. So we have T5. It's having 3 feeders. We have Suleja, we have field base, and then the other feeder, making 11 feeders.
On the precise upgrade being executed by the in-house engineers, the TCN official who said the Suleja substation was under his supervision at the Gogolada sub-region of TCN said it was the key decision of the management to add another feeder to the 11 existing feeders, while a 30 MVA power transformer was repositioned for effective operation.
We are just trying to install another breaker that will serve as a feeder breaker to another new feeder. We want to have a brand new feeders. We are trying to take out of the 3 feeders we have in the T5 transformer, that's 60 MVA, we are transferring field base feeder, that kV, to T3 here.
On the current transformer upgrade, Engineer Ismail said the circuit breaker and the repositioning of the system at Suleja is of great impact to bulk power delivery in the environs.
We are installing the new breaker here. The breaker, the field base, that is about 7 megawatt, that is originally taking supply from T5, that is 60 MVA, is being relocated to 30, that is T3 here, that is 30 MVA. So the aim here is just to install the new breaker, as you can see. behind me. All the engineers are working, and then install the current transformer for the feeder. So in essence here, if you look at it, initially we have about 11 feeders, and now with this by the essence of it, by implication, we have one additional industrial feeder. So that's the development for the power supply will still be uninterrupted. We assure them that the power supply, we are even trying to improve more on that what is happening before. So actually with this we are relocating, we are adjusting to make sure we are strategizing the importance of industrial feeder, even the residential feeders with our customer there in this AEDC.
Engineers may lauded the management of TCN for ensuring that the in-house engineering capacity is boosted with the feeder and circuit breaker work.
This is meant by in-house engineers, the capable engineers, as you can see them all in their uniforms. They are our engineers. We work together day and night. If there is any problem, maintenance and installation of new equipment, that is solely done by the engineers.
The TCN officials also appeal to the general public to guard against vandalism of power assets so they can get the best of active power infrastructure.
So far, the only challenge we have is in the transmission line. That is here in Suleja. Just recently, we have so many vandalization in our network. That is line that is feeding Suleja from Mina. So the line is, we have two double circuit from feeder from Mina that's feeding this Suleja. It's always been vandalized. Even though the transmission we are doing all that we can do, and with the collaboration with the security agents, we are still doing our best to shield that with the God willing. We have done everything possible to make sure that that vandalization or vandalism has been reduced to the minimal point.
Away from Abuja, we have brought to you the 132-33 kilovolts Okene transmission substation in Kogi State, a critical power asset of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN. Engineer Uyebanji Isaac Oluwafemi, a senior manager, system operations, supervises the substation, and he speaks about the facelifting activities at the facility. Hear him speak.
How old is this substation?
The substation is, it was commissioned in 1976, so we have almost 46 years old now. Here in Okene 132 TS, we have 3 transformers. We have 160 MVA, we call it in the nomenclature is T2, 60 MVA. We have T1, 30 MVA. We have T3, which is just a new commission 45 by 30 by 15 MV. So altogether we have about 135. The coverage area, we cover about 3 states specifically. So we have 5 feeders already. But from the new 45 MV, 3 feeder was radiated, but for now, the transformer was just on soak. So we have not started using that one. So if we go by this my left hand side now, you will see Ikare feeder. So this Ikare feed up to Akumba, Adekunle Ajasin University in Ondo State, which is about 164 thereabout kilometer to this our transmission station. Then just by my close right here, we have Ososo feeder. Okay, before I move, that one can carry at least 15 megawatts. 15 megawatts it carry. Then this other one is also 33 kV feeder. So from here to Ososo is about just nearly the same thing as that it carry, just like that same distance, but it still cover up to Ondo State. But there is a little aspect of it covering Ekiti. We call the two, there's one place we call Aisegba. It's in Ekiti. So that's where we have boundary with the people covering from Omuaron, TS. So it's the same 15 megawatts. Then just by this other side is Isalu Makutu. So this Isalu Makutu is going to Ekiti. There's one town, Omu. So from here to Kaba, we have a T-off from Kaba. One is going to APU that is going to Mopa straight. Then the other one going to Mu. So the total length can still give us 15 megawatts. So on T2, which is 60 MVA embodiment now, we can get close to 45 MVA. That's 45 megawatt load on T2 alone, which is 60 MVA. That's 15 by 3. Then if we move to the other side, from this my fine now, this one is 30 MVA. So it comprises Okene 2 and Okene 1. So this Okene 2 is going towards Lokoja side, but it stops at one village they call Aku. So it's about, let's say it's about 42 kilometers to this place, to the TS. And the maximum load is about 12 megawatts for that T2, for that Okene 2. Then just very close to it, we have Okene 1. That Okene 1 is the one feeding the whole township. Yeah, that's Okene town on its own, and it's preset as exactly that 11 megawatts. So two of them joined together will be giving us something close to 23 megawatts for a transformer of 30 MVA. So the preset temperature for the preset megawatt for the two is 23.5. That's for T1, 30 MB. But for the other newly commissioned, I think on the 8th of May, that was the date of commissioning of that 45 by 30 by 15. They radiated 3 feeders from there, but up till now, they have not evacuated load. So the transformer was on soak.
What is the maintenance template for the substation?
If there is any problem, we file our OF19, then they will respond immediately. They will come and attend to it. But apart from other ones, maybe if there is any rupture, if there is any problem of maybe like a differential tripping on transformer, then we'll still call them, they will come. After filing our OF19, they will respond. They have been responding fine to our call. In the other ones, they are teething problem that the people have been trying. I mean, the TSP people, the maintenance, they have been trying, and we are really on top of the situation.
Shortly after the interview in his office, Engineer Yebanji explored the intervention of TCN at the substation. Facility supervisor spoke about other core upgrades of the substation, especially at the switchyard.
The first transformer here, by my close left here, this is the 60 MVA T2. So it's Saf Ososo, Ikare, and Isalu Makutu, 15 megawatt each to make 45 megawatt, and it's working fine. Immediately after that one, we have the 30 MV. So it's serving only Okene 1 and Okene 2. Like this regraveling now, they are all new projects. Regraveling, even the renovation of the control room, the fencing. Because if you look at all these fences now, if you look at the security wire, you will see that even the plastering, you can see that they are still new. This thing is just less than 2 months or 3 months now. So they are all new projects from TCN.
Again, here are the stories we brought to you. Nigeria enchant to partner on power interconnection. Acting Managing Director and CEO of TCN, Engineer Sule Ahmed Abdulaziz, tasked newly inaugurated Market Rules Working Group on innovation. TCN engineers installed new feeders, circuit breakers, repositions 30 MVA power transformer at Tuleja substation in Niger State. We also brought to you a highlight of key enhancement projects by TCN at the Okene transmission substation in Kogi State. Keep it up with TCN as you watch our episodes on the TCN YouTube channel. Also visit these platforms to learn more about TCN and its mandate of delivering improved bulk electricity nationwide. Always protect yourself from the COVID-19 pandemic as a new variant, Omicron, has been detected in some countries. Ensure you're vaccinated and please follow all the prevention protocols. I am Amara Agugoisi. Thanks for being with us.